You want some water?
36.
Questions for her in Paulina Paris in ISIS Day.
The game wasn't beautiful, but we found a way to make plays and get the job done, even though at times had some mental lapses. But the main thing is this time of year getting a win. And it's hard to win this time of year. Everybody's backs are against the wall. Everybody wants to win and be in good position for the Big 12 tournament and for the NCAA tournament. So I think I'm proud of us. I think that Texas Tech, they're a good team. They played really hard, and they play for their coach, and she does a really good job. And I think, we just found a way to win, but we never could put them away. So I just want to give them credit for not quitting, too, and playing their hearts out, too. So.
Montea, can we ask about her first, how her health is, and, just about the way she played until she got hurt?
Yeah, Montea was a beast today. Montea, the things that we've challenged her with, all of us have challenged her with, being consistent in her communication. I think she's a very quiet by nature, introverted, very silent. I've known her for a long time. I don't think I've ever heard her scream, have you? She can't scream.
One time.
We asked her if someone was chasing her to murder her, would she scream? She said, I can't. So she would die. So she does not scream. So really challenging her to communicate and be intentional about it. And she's improved so much. But it's still we got a ways to go. But I love her defensive help, her awareness on defense, the little things she did that don't show up on the stat sheet. She's very smart with a high basketball IQ. But I loved how she was aggressive on offense. That's what we need. We try to extract that from her daily, and the whole team does. But she did it today, and that's the most important thing. And I don't care if it happened at the end of the year. And the thing is, she's a freshman. So we have a ways to work on her. I mean, she's got a long time to play, but she's okay health-wise. She might just be out like a day or two. She's good. The main thing is her ACL is good. So.
And you, Isis, you were one of the people who talked about challenging her. So that leadership part for you this year, what's that been like?
With Montea?
Montea and in general?
It's been challenging, finding different ways to talk to different people. Like Adia and Anthony be on me a lot, trying to help me learn different communication styles for different teammates and what they need from me. And so it's been challenging, but it's been fun.
And we came to the conclusion this year that Isis doesn't ever want to coach because she sees what coaches go through and she's like, I can't even do that. I'm like, well, welcome to my world every day. So I think that's what coaching is. You have to learn how to talk to people different. I can't coach you the same way I coach, someone else. It's just it's the way it is, and that's hard. And so I think that's with leadership and communication, but she's earned that right, and we always say pressure and leadership is a privilege, and it's hard to be a leader. And so I think she's done a really good job of that, and she's really touched people and helped people in different ways.
How would you express just how this season has meant to you, the decision to come back, to be able to have such an important role and to really step your game to this next level during conference play and to have tonight here at McKale?
When I made the decision to come back, Coach Chris, who just left us, he made sure I understood that me coming back, I have to come back for a reason. So he was working with me a lot in the off season just to get my body right, change lifestyle choices and stuff like that. So I really wanted to give my best effort this year and do all I can for the team. So I feel like I've been really focused on that.
And Chris actually was a good friend of mine. I recruited him for 7 years, 7.5 years to come back. And he's always been a football guy, so he's our strength and conditioning coach. And he had a tremendous opportunity to go to the NFL, which is a lifelong dream of his. And I was like, after that, I was like, okay, you got to go take that. But the timing was hard, and he just meant so much to our program. And he drastically changed every single person, including mine, body. And just fitness level and strength, and he was awesome. So he's definitely missed. He just left a week ago. But we're so proud of him.
The first thing you pointed to on the stat sheet was your minutes. Is that sort of a point of pride that you're able to play that many minutes and be effective in those minutes?
I wouldn't use the word pride.
Pride. You've never 36 minutes.
I don't know. Yeah, that's really cool, but I'd be tired.
Yeah.
I'd be looking at Adia sometimes, and I'd be looking.
And I look like this. No, I look away. She looks at me. I look away.
Okay, and I just get back. But no, it's fun to play a lot of minutes. Yeah, it's more fun than being on the bench, I guess. So
it's a lot of fun. But also, if you would asked her, could she play 36 minutes last year, or 36-51, right? Could she play 37 minutes last year, be on the top of the press, be hedging on balls, like she would have told you, heck no. Like she couldn't have done 20 minutes last year. So that's the commitment to her body, her lifestyle, and just wanting to be good and outworking people. I mean, she's a 5 that has made herself become a 4, and at the top of our press with our style. And I think that's hard to do. So she's a testament of what I always say of hard work, outworking people, just the determination and the mentality to do it. And that's like what she's proven anybody can do it.
What would you say, Isis, were the top 2 things that Chris Allen changed about you?
I think her body and her fitness and her strength. I think that's totally changed. She couldn't move like this. Her footwork wasn't the same last year. She wouldn't be able to do the stuff she's doing now. And then I think also the mental part, the ability to mentally focus and know that you're capable of doing those things because you see the results. So I think those are the 2 biggest things I think, and that comes, when you do those things, you have confidence. And so I think you see all that. I mean, she was like, at one point in the year, she was like, I'm back in my high school clothes. You know what I mean? So, but like, that's work.
abs are
And
back.
that's like, she's like, I got abs back. You know, and then you could tell them, like, during COVID a couple years ago, she was 80 pounds more.
Whoa.
60.
See, she be trying to do me crazy.
65.
I was in the 250s.
No, but she was like
80.
No, okay, but just that 65. She looked like 80, but 65. But just 30 from like a year. I mean, 30 pounds and then gaining muscle. So weight is not important. We don't care about weight, but the way you move on the court, your fitness level, your body fat ratio, and your lean muscle mass. So she's improved all those things. So, I mean, she moves like a guard out there. I mean, you guys see her. If you watched last year, she couldn't do that physically or mentally.
Was there a favorite food you had to give up?
No, we don't gonna go that far because they're kids. They give up a little. They don't give up that much.
No, I still eat kind of similar. It's just like my sleep is right, my water is right, like get in the gym.
Not hanging out when you're
hanging out.
older. You don't hang out as much.
Yeah.
Like those decisions. Those are life
I
decisions.
be in the house going to sleep. I live by myself now, so I don't hang out with my teammates a lot. But like every once in a while, yeah. But
Those are lifestyle choices, and they always say you can't out-train a bad lifestyle. So that's important.
Paulina, they made it hard to score for you guys. They kind of slowed the game down. What do you think enabled you guys to break through in the second half?
I think in the first half, I was struggling a lot with transition and finding people in transition, and they told me right away at halftime. So I think I did a better job getting the ball up the floor quicker, and then recognizing like when they were going to trap the screens and just giving like the 4 or the 5 the ball for handoffs and stuff. So I think we recognized how to fix that in the second half, and we had a lot of turnovers. But I mean, I think we fixed it in the second half more than we did in the first.
Nancy did a really good job of running our team with composure when they made runs, and she always plays what I love about Paulina. She plays with a steady pace. I think she never gets too high or too low. We have some people get super high, super low. She's just super steady. So I think that in her, just the confidence, like end the shot clock. We have to tell her to drive. She's capable of doing that. We see she's actually one of her biggest strengths is driving to the basket, especially with her left hand or right. She's very good at using her body. So when she started to do that and have the confidence to do that, at the end of the shot clock, she was scoring. So I think those things, and I think we're proud of her for that. It's hard to go in and getting pressed against, and then run our team. And we're getting a lot of turnovers at the top. It's hard. But she never lost her confidence from that. She stuck with it, and I think she gave really good minutes. And she did it for, I think, 37, right? Paulina was 35. And that's also hard with pressure. So I thought she handled their pressure well.
You guys put yourselves in a position where you kind of had to win out to, make 20 wins a realistic possibility. Do you feel like you've put yourself in the position that you wanted to be in going into this last game?
Absolutely. I think we're exactly where we want to be. We said a couple of games ago that we're starting off a new season, and this is a controllable thing. And this is what our season looks like for the rest of the year, and then we are capable of doing X, Y, and Z. And we've done X and Y, and so hopefully we get to Z. And have the momentum at the right time. It's all about this time of year. We're not changing someone's game drastically in 2 weeks. But what we're doing is giving your team confidence, tweaking a little bit of things, changing some small things so you can gain momentum at the right time. I think we're doing that because we're finding different ways to win. And that's what it's all about. So Saturday's going to be hard, but we're capable of getting a win. I think you want to be hot at the right time, and we're doing that.
How often have you played zone this year?
And not that often because our zone is not my favorite. I'm not a zone person, but we have a personnel to play zone sometimes. And I think they love it when they play zone. They're like, thank you, because they think zone, you can just relax a little bit. I hate zone. But we knew that they struggled against zone, so we played it, but I did not want to play zone typically a lot.
I know Adia has talked about the emotions of senior night kind of throwing everybody out of whack sometimes. What was it like for you going through that ceremony and then playing a game?
I mean, I was really sad because, like, the underclassmen were all crying before the game. But I was just trying to tell them, like, yo, like, we got a game to play. So, like, just trying to keep everyone focused because tonight we're all going to hang out and, like, that's when we can cry and stuff, you know? So I was just trying to keep
They won't be crying too much after the game, I guarantee that. Won't be a lot of tears over it when they hang out. Don't worry about that. They're okay.
Yeah, I didn't cry.
Well, this is her second one. She knew this was coming. She came back. She's been great. I mean, she's had an amazing year. Jada, Brea, Sky, they were all boohooing. They were sad.
Lauren, too.
Oh, Lauren. Yeah, they were all. But I thought that's why these games are hard. I mean, you're trying really hard, but then things aren't going your way. I think they're not easy situations, but I'm proud of them. They found a way to win.
First time you've done it before the game? Normally it's after?
Second time. After my first 7 years doing it after the game, I learned some lessons, and before was a better thing. After the game is just, it's difficult sometimes. I would rather do it after the game, but you learn a lot in your coaching years, and you get smarter, and before is a little better. But we're going to celebrate after this, we're celebrating with the team in the locker room. But that's like more of a private, intimate thing.
Paulina, what have you learned about the rivalry with ASU?
I mean, I'm somebody who came from a Duke UNC rivalry, and it was huge. And I'm not really like familiar with the West Coast as well. So I mean, it's definitely a different rivalry for me. It's something that is fun to be a part of, coming from a rivalry set like as big as that last one. But yeah, I'm excited because I heard that their fan base will be there, and then we'll have our fan base too. So I'm just excited to be able to be a part of that game.
Have you heard?
You didn't have many months with Chris Allen, but what impact did he have on you?
Chris he's made a lot of changes in me too. I mean, I was injured last year. I didn't play basketball for like 3-4 months, and then I was in the transfer portal, so I got locked out of the gyms at UNC, so I wasn't allowed to really work out as much as I wanted to. I got here, and on my visit, the first thing they told me was, we can't bring you out tonight. We got lift at 6 a.m., and he's tough. And I learned very quickly just how tough Chris was. Mm-hmm. And in the couple months that I got to spend with him, he's definitely changed my body. He's changed my lifestyle, and I'm really thankful for him, and I definitely do miss him. He actually reached out to me the other day, and it's sad, but he's living it back in my home state, so I'm just happy for him.
So she'll be on the sideline for the Giants this summer a little bit. He's with the Giants, so they're all happy. They're all, we're going to the sideline.
I'll go.
I already talked to Odyssey, so I'm over that. I talk to Adia all the time, so I'm kidding. One of your favorite players in the WNBA, Diana Taurasi, announced her retirement today.
No. Really?
What did she mean to you as a Hooper? Yes, really, Isis. The real world continued to rotate around you. What did she mean to you as you were growing your game and molding it in her?
Yeah, she's somebody that I grew up watching all the time, actually. She was always my favorite player. I remember when I was like, I want to say like 8, and I definitely have a picture on my phone. She was playing the Liberty, and I was somebody who was like a part of the Liberty camps at a young age because it was always right there. And I got a picture with her, and it was something that was just so exciting because it was Diana and Sue Bird. I got a picture of both of them. And I mean, she's a hell of a player. I mean, I have always looked up to her. And it's sad that she's retiring, but she definitely left her mark on the game of basketball. So I'm just thankful that I was able to watch her grow up and be able to meet her that one time because that was amazing.
And Adia, for you played against her?
Yeah, I mean, I've known her for a long time. Been friends with her for many, many years. You know, and I reference her a lot when we talk, like as a team. And she's one of the few players, like, she is like, you do not want to play against her because you hate her. But she's an incredible teammate. She's so skilled, so good, like loves basketball, and one of the most competitive people I've ever seen. But what I love about her and respected about her was that she made everybody on her team feel like they're great. So it could be the 13th person on the roster. They could come in, and she's like, shoot that. You know, like, she would make the last person on the team make them feel like they're superstars, and I watched that skill. Most stars do not have that. And obviously, like, you know, I've been so close to Super and all those, they're all best friends. And she's just left her imprint on women's basketball. She's changed the game. And I think she's going to continue to do so many great things. I don't know if she'll be a coach, because she will definitely be on people really hard. But she might go to NBA or broadcasting, because her and Sue were amazing with that show. But I want her to continue to stay around women's basketball. I mean, her and Penny, like, they can do a lot of things to help our game. And she's done that. She also, her and Sue have proven that you take care of your body, you commit to things, you can play 20 plus years pro. And they did it. And I don't know how she did it at that level. I'd always say, I don't know how you're doing that. But she did it. And I mean, her mentality and her competitiveness is just unmatched. I think that the person that I know in the pros that was closest to them as far as competitiveness and mentality and like dog was Lauren Jackson, a lot like that. Delisha Milton, and I'd say Kelsey Plum. Over all my years pro, the ones that are just like, they're just like, bring it in every way, like just ultimate competitors and different than everybody else. They're built different. So I'd say those players are definitely different. Yeah. Okay, cool, thanks. Now we gotta go celebrate our seniors. Celebrate our grandma.